And we are live. Hello, 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 you amazing hackers. Hope you're all doing well today. So we're going to start making our bug bounty methodology. What I want to do today is I want to start making a bug bounty methodology that's both based on my own experience, but that's also based on your guys' experience. So I have my own repository. You guys probably saw that before. It's the security testing repository. If you haven't, let me quickly put a link up in the chat. And you guys are of course free to pull any of this stuff, make a pull request, make your own branch. I don't really care. Just have fun with this stuff. But what I wanted to do today is I have my own hunting checklist here. And this is my methodology, which is for single target applications. And now that we have had some experience doing some multi-target hunting, I wanted to start up a new checklist with you guys. So we'll start doing that today. First of all, let's make a new file. There we go. If you guys have anything to add to our checklist, by the way, feel free to do so as we go along. So we'll start by creating our new file. I will call this multi-target recon first of all. There we go. Hey Merrick. Man, it does, man. It really will. And of course, you guys can just go to the repository and just download the file as well. We'll just describe what we've already seen in previous streams and maybe have a little bit of fun, you know. Let's get right into it. The first thing I want to do, of course, is do subdomain. So I'm going to take OneNote for this, and in my OneNote I have a list of all of these tools that you guys sent me, and I want to include them as well. So first things first is we want to do subdomain enumeration. If I can write that, there we go. And we'll put a few of those lines in there just to make a distinction between titles. Now let's see, there were some tools in here like subfinder. I think this one was for subdomain enumeration because of course we want to find all of the subdomains first. Subdomain discovery tool, yeah, this is the one I need. Now also sublister, but sublister is an older version, so we're not going to be using that. Yeah. I don't think any of us like going to work in the morning. The thing that I don't like about going to work in the morning is getting up so early. I really don't like getting up early. Not one of my major things I like doing. So for subdomain enumeration, what else do we have? We have some OSINT. So we can do, let's just put the real way we do OSINT in there. So we have our Google OSINT for subdomain, which would be a video of mine, which I'm going to just Google for real quick now. Also want to put in the Wayback Machine, of course. That might be used. No, sorry, not for subdomain enumeration. Wayback Machine is going to be useful in finding endpoints that are not that easy to find. So we're going to go to the channel real quick because I have some videos on OSINT already and I'm just going to link them here. Let's see, videos, there we go. 4:20 a.m. That is insane. I have to wake up usually at like 5, maybe 5:30, it depends, but never that early, man. Seriously, that's crazy. I'll just go into the studio real quick. It's easier for me to find my videos this way. Now for subdomain enumeration, what else do we have? We have DNS Dumpster, which is a tool that I use. There we go, so we'll add that in there. This is a tool that will get you DNS records. It'll do a DNS query and will find you all of the A records and that kind of stuff. So that one is also included, of course. Now I also want to include, by the way, if you guys have any tools that you like, you can feel free to drop them in the chat below. or in the comments if you're watching the video in description. For multi-domain, for just domain enumeration, let's see videos here. Hey Kumar, how are you doing, man? When you do subdomain enumeration and you have the results of all of the subdomains, but in your scope there are only a few domains which are in scope, so how you approach it, you will delete the out of scope subdomains from your results. When you do, sorry, I have to reread this, it's really also late for me. I have a little baby, if you guys probably already know that. When you do subdomain enumeration and you have the results of all subdomains, but in your scope there are only a few subdomains. When there are only a few subdomains in my scope, Kumar, I will skip this step. I won't do subdomain enumeration, and I'll just go straight to my hunting checklist that I have in here as well. So if you guys want, it's in the link in the chat at the top. You guys can visit this one. Now what I want to do is just get my video right here, which would be for the Google OSINT. No, what the hell are you doing? Subdomain enumeration. Dang. Hey, thanks, man. She's about a year and a half now. Ah, right, I made it into a playlist. So what I'm looking for right now is, no, I'm not going to find it, I'll add it later. I'm looking for a specific video that I was making. So I would also recommend that you guys go and watch Shodan. I don't know if you guys know this site, but I really like it. I'm afraid it's not free. That's one of the most negative things about it. You have to pay for it, but you can create a free account to get started, of course. So if you have your target.com, for example, tesla.com, I will also look at Shodan real quick. Hey, thanks, man. This is one of my favorite hats. It's from a theme park I really like going. So what Shodan will do is it will look at anything related to the domain and it'll show you. So might be interesting as well. We're going to add this for now to our subdomain enumeration section. There we go. Hey Omar, how are you doing, man? Great seeing you again. No, you're not late. I haven't started. What I have done so far is I'm just going to go and we're going to start our multi-target recon checklist. So I'm going to create this on GitHub for you guys as well, so you guys can just download this and make some changes if you want. We found for now we have Subfinder, we're doing subdomain enumeration, and we're just listing all the tools. We have DNS dumpster, shodan.io. What I'll also do is just go into Google, check the DNS lookup. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, Merrick. Thanks you so much for being here. I really enjoyed having you, man, as always. And I'm sorry I'm so late today. I was a little bit down, but I'm feeling a lot better right now. DNS enumeration. There we go. Right, how can I forget? I'm going to start up a terminal real quick right now. So let's see, DNS enum, I think. There was a script that I kept using. Wrong window, sorry guys. DNS enum. I think it's not only for Kali. You have it for Kali Linux, but you also have it just as a regular download as well. Now this script is also pretty interesting, so hey, no problem, man. I really enjoyed doing this for you guys. Let's see. There we go. So we'll add this to our list. Now we'll go on to the next section. If I come onto any more subdomain enumeration tools, we'll go back to it later. Now what I want to do real quick is I want to show my Discord channel. In my Discord channel, I'm just going to go to the pinned messages. Mirek, thank you so much for this. Mirek made us a file. In my previous stream, I had a whole list of subdomains that I got from these methods that I showed you guys. And Mirek made us a file to put HTTPS in front of them. So I really appreciate this. So I'm just going to put this into my next steps, because this would be step 1 for me. I would get them. I would get all of the subdomains possible. Step 2 would be putting. Of course, there are easier ways for this, and there are faster ways for this. But I really enjoy if you guys use your creativity like this. I mean, I could have written the script as well, like Mirek said it himself. Everybody could have written the script, but he was the one who did it. So thank you very much for doing it. I really appreciate that very much. I'm going to put it in here, putting HTTPS in front of how shall we put this, subdomains. There we go. Now the next thing I always do is take screenshots using Aquatone. Well, in my case it would be not Aquatone, it would be, let's see here, it would be of course Eyewitness. So I'm going to take my command and I'm just going to put it in here. Now let's look at the Docker Eyewitness page real quick, because I also want to look at that one. Yeah, what this one is going to do, what the script is going to do that Mirek wrote for us, is when we have our subdomain list from sublister and stuff like that, it's not going to put HTTP or HTTPS in front of it. So I was the one who went to Visual Studio Code and I just selected all my lines and I put HTTPS in front of it manually. But doing it that way was of course not really time efficient, so Mirek wrote a script for that. And I was talking to some people on our Discord channel about why you would use HTTP probe instead of just Aquatone or Eyewitness to make screenshots. Because when you use these tools, they will often tell you if a host is down. I'm going to go back here and you're going to see some errors from our stream yesterday. So we did our stream and you're going to see some errors. WebDriver error when connecting to HTTPS, that's blah blah blah. So this already shows you which hosts are up and which are not. But it's going to be a lot faster to first use HTTP probe and then send your results through to Eyewitness or Aquatone for screenshots, because these tools, Eyewitness and Aquatone, they spin up the WebDriver in the background. It's like a headless JavaScript browser that runs in the background, and it takes time to spin up this headless browser. So that's why I'm also going to put HTTP probe in here. Let's see, where is our checklist? There we go. Now HTTP probe is going to put that, do that for itself. It's going to put the protocol in front of the URL itself. So we don't need to do the step 2 anymore if we use HTTP probe. So let's put this in here, HTTP probe. Let's see. Right, Asset Finder, that's a good one. I forgot that one. How can I forget? Thank you so much, Aravid. That's really a good one. No, Kumar, good that you say it. So Kumar is telling me, but putting HTTPS or HTTP in front of subdomain doesn't mean that subdomain is live. We have to send it to HTTP probe to see which are live and which not. That's very true, but what this script is it won't just it won't try to emulate HTTP probe. It will just put the HTTP in front of the list of subdomains that we found, because when we go back to sublister, as you can see, it doesn't have HTTPS. But when we went to run our tool, like this one for example, here you can see Docker container run. So I have my Eyewitness tool, And if I just cut this document that I'm in, so I'm just going to cut tesla.txt if I'm in the right folder, that is, which I should be. See, of course, this should be better. There we go. So this list that I got from Sublister, it got translated into this list, which has HTTPS in front of it. And I didn't have a tool to do that, so I had to do it manually. But now I have a tool, so that's the tool that Mirek wrote for us. That's just this Python script. It's pretty basic, but it's really good at what it does what it has to do. So that's why I'm so grateful for him. Hey Andy, thanks man. How are you doing? Great having you. Let's see. We also should put Tomnam's asset finder in there. By the way, guys, if you have any tools for any of the things that we want to do, just feel free to drop them in the chat below. Let's see, HTTP probe. There we go. Now, what HTTP probe will do is it'll also put HTTPS in front of our URL list automatically. So as you can see here, we don't need to do that anymore. So let's see. Now I'm a really lazy person, by the way, guys. Hey Christy, how are you doing, man? Great having you. We're making our checklist for multi-target recon. So what we have right now is checking if we're going to check if our subdomains are live. We have a big list of subdomains, and we want to check which of them are live or not. Checking if our subdomains are live, and we'll be using HTTP probe for that. So let's just copy the link real quick again. There we go. And we'll put a marker in there. Now this is an optional step. This is a script that one of the subscribers wrote. If you don't want to run HTTP probe. Now what we have right here is a list after this. We'll have a list of subdomains that's live, or a list of subdomains at least that has HTTPS in front of it, like this. Now what we want to do is, of course, we want to go to our next step, which is making some screenshots. Now what I'm going to do is just copy this here command here real quick. No, I'm not going to copy this command. What I'm going to do is list the tools. That's even better. We'll list the tool that I was using real quick. So I was using Eyewitness, but people have told me Aquatone is better. So yeah, Eyewitness is also like a museum close to here, so that's why I'm getting all these ads for World War I. Let's see, Eyewitness, just pen test. There we go. Is this the right one? No, I don't think it, it was. I'm just going to, there we go. We're just going to go to the tool page. And this is it. Yes, we're going to copy and paste this, but you guys recommended Aquatone. So what this tool will do is we'll call it a subdomain flyover. That's what they call it. And this is one of the tools that I used to use. But we'll start looking at some of the tools you guys recommended. Would be Aquatone. By the way, guys, I'll be installing all of these tools later on real quick, and make a video about each of them separately as well, because they're really interesting tools. But of course you guys can do your own research and install them yourself and tell me what you think about them as well, because I'm really interested about that. You guys are really smart. Don't underestimate yourselves. You can easily install these tools. Especially when you have to read me, so feel free to do that if you have time and you feel like it. One of the other tools you guys recommended, we'll start opening the OneNote again, is let's see if we can find it. because I just thought of that, but I don't know if we have it on the list yet. I don't think we do, is cert.shell. So let's open the page for that real quick as well, so we can add it to our list. Oh, crt.shell. And we want to search. There we go. And what this will do is it'll search the identity of an organization, like certificate fingerprinting is what this project is based on. But I think I'm going to link the GitHub page. Nah, just link this. There we go. Now this might help you find some extra subdomains, by the way. Now when we have our subdomain flyovers, we also want to do some mass scanning, because we want to know which of these domains have other ports open. Now I'm one who likes to look for web applications to hack, but I know not everybody likes to do that. So we have a tool called mass scan for that. And I'm going to put this, where shall we put this? Because this is you want to do your subdomain enumeration. You want to send your subdomain enumeration to, first of all, you want to do some DNS translation, because mass scan I think only takes the IP addresses. We'll skip the mass scan part for later on. For now we're just going to focus on web application. So after you have all of your screenshots, of course, you're going to need to do some web application vulnerability scanning. So let's put that on the list as well. Now, what I would recommend, of course, is just to run Nikto. I don't know if you guys have any more vulnerability scanners. Let's check the OneNote out. If we can type, of course. There we go. Now, I just recommend Nikto for this. Let's just look up their homepage for real quick. There we go, and we'll paste this in instead of just telling everybody to run Nikto. We also want to do some brute forcing for some directories. So let's put that on here. Now, by the way, guys, in the same repository as this one, you guys can find some scripts for running these scanners automatically. I have one for Nikto and also for Nmap. I'll show you guys real quick. You have your initial scan.shell, and what this is going to do is it's just going to run Nmap, either a full port scan or the quick port scan, and it's going to run Nikto as well. We need to remove this minus output because we don't have anything filled in for the parameters. So maybe we can do that real quick, because we're in this page anyway, so it will work for you guys. There we go. We'll just remove the whole flag. Now I always scan for both port 443, which is HTTPS, and the normal HTTP side, because you never know, there's might be something different on whichever you're scanning, so that's why I included both. Now there we go, that's a lot better. I'm also going to include this script real quick, because I like to make some advertisement for myself. And then we do some directory brute forcing, of course, using GoBuster. Now I have a script using GoBuster. Let's see here, let's go back a bit. There we go. We'll do the GoBuster script in there. Now what this does is it just starts GoBuster. I'm not going to put my script in there, I'm just going to link the GoBuster website. By the way, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're all doing fine. Let's get this. There we go. We also want this tool for directory brute forcing. Now of course you have Burp Pro Content Discovery, which I can't recommend enough. It's really, really thorough. You also, of course, have some other tools to use for that, but I think GoBuster is the fastest. I don't know if you guys have any experience with any other tools that you might recommend. Feel free to put them in the comments below. Let's see here, Aquatone Project Discovery, they have some cool tools on there. We have a few of them as well. One of the things we might do, but that's for a later stage, so we're going to go back to our directory brute forcing. I don't know if you guys have any more recommendations for directory brute forcing, by the way. Hey Ali, how are you doing, man? Great having you back. Yeah, be careful guys. Christy's a real Python charmer. He's really good with Python, by the way. I don't know if you guys know Christy Vlad, but I had the pleasure of performing an interview with him, and he's generally one of the nicest people that I've met. He's so super kind, and I've had some of the best advice from him as well, because he taught me about the 80-20 rule, and I would highly recommend you guys go check out his video on that, because it helped me a lot, and I think it will help a lot of you as well. I'm a big perfectionist, and it's really helped me put things into perspective. Now that's a really good recommendation as well. Fov is one of the tools I will use as well. So let's put that into our list. There we go. There we go, quite literally, since Fov is written in Go. We'll add this to our list. One of the other things that I want to do is JavaScript. Let's see here. One of the things that's very important for me is JavaScript analysis. So we'll put that in here as well. There are a few tools I can recommend for you guys as well, and then we'll call it squids, I think. Let's see here. So you have link finder, get all URLs. This one was really interesting as well. You've got DNS probe, param spider. This one was really interesting. I'll have to look at this one a lot closer, because I've been thinking about what this it'll start looking. For example, they give you a usage example here, Python 3 param spider -- domain hacker 1. So I don't know what it will do exactly. I'll have to look a little bit more deeper into it, but we might add this later on. We already covered Aquatone. We have some more things in here that we've covered already. So I think that's going to be it for now. That's a pretty good list that we've put together with ourselves. If you guys have any more suggestions on here, please feel free to put them on. Let's see from the chat. Hey, anytime, Christy, man. We should do another collab sometime, man. I really enjoyed that one. Dear Search, that's a really good one. Thank you so much. Let's put that on there as well. As you guys can see, this is also a scanner that I use often, because it's pretty good for finding directory brutes, for finding directories as well. Now we may have to put some word lists on here as well, because some people have asked me what's a good word list, and I'm going to have to do a separate video on doing word lists. That's a whole different topic. That's freaking giant. Recon on a target right now. Oh, sorry guys. Alright, man. So thank you everybody for watching. We have this beautiful list. I'm going to save it right now. So if you guys want, feel free to make a pull request to copy whatever is in here. We have multi-target recon now, thanks to you guys. So thank you guys very, very much for everything that you do for this community. I cannot thank you enough. Sorry that we have it a little bit more of a chill stream tonight, but we'll have a little bit more action-packed one tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit more recon heavy again. Today I wanted to just chill a little bit, and so thank you guys very much for allowing me to do that. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye bye everybody. See you later.